Here we are then, it is night time here at Carrow Road, where Norwich City have beaten West Ham United 3-1 in the Premier League. Now I'm going to refrain from saying it was a game of two halves, but both halves were very different. In fact, Norwich City were pretty awful in the first half and found themselves a goal behind thanks to Ravel Morrison's 32nd minute opener, something that West Ham certainly deserved after 9 attempts on goal to Norwich City's 1, which simply wasn't good enough. Norwich City were booed off at the half-time whistle, and the grumblings that we'd kind of expected leading up to this game if things were going to go wrong were very much in evidence. Fortunately, it turned around from there, and how important it was that it did. Chris Hughton, under immense pressure going into this game, desperately needed those players on the pitch to deliver a performance that proved that they wanted him still in the job, and they did that. It wasn't plain sailing. Norwich City had a bit of a helping hand, Jussi Jääskeläinen conceding a 54th minute penalty that Gary Hooper stuck away. The goal that gave Norwich a lead for the first time in the game, a wonderful Robert Snodgrass free kick, superbly taken. That was on 73 minutes, and then in injury time, Leroy Fair bursting through midfield and doing what we've all expected him to do at some point, and that was showing pace, determination and drive, a lot of strength and a very decent finish. The celebrations were quite decent as well, everyone flowing towards the dugout, bundling on Sebastian Bassong, possibly putting him out for a period of time. I hope not. Interesting that Seb was dropped for this game. Ryan Bennett and Michael Turner looking very good at the centre of defence as things wore on. A real unity around the place then at the full-time whistle, cracking atmosphere. All wells that end well, possibly. It's an interesting one. Norwich can enjoy the 3 points. They clearly are not over all their ills, but what they are is now looking a much more confident side. You could see that grow as they shook off the games in Manchester, headed towards 3 points this afternoon. And the Premier League table looks a lot healthier as well. Norwich City above West Ham and a few more points on the board. So there is a bit of welcome respite as we head into the international break. The thing though, this could be a turning point. It certainly has all the possibilities of it. The big thing is, of course, what happens next. It's up to Norwich City, the players and the manager, to decide whether that is actually what it proves to be. Thankfully though, for now we can enjoy 3 points. Norwich City winning 3-1. Here are the verdicts of the two managers. Firstly, Chris Hughton and then Sam Allardyce.
Certainly there's a spirit there that's is always there. You know, we are and have been on the back of course, a couple of big defeats in recent games and a tough run against the best teams. And we tweaked things a little bit at half time. We decided to go 2 up front today because we felt that at home that we needed to perhaps just to change the emphasis a little bit, and we knew the way that West Ham played and packed midfield, and we just felt in that first half period we needed to get closer to them than what we did. Difficult because of the way they pack midfield, and if you press too high and pull your midfield players out, then it can be a difficult day, which showed at times in that first half period. But I thought we was a little bit more aggressive in our pressing in that second half, and sometimes it's a goal that can spark things off. And I think once we got the goal, I was fairly confident at that moment that we could then go on and win it.
Never a big change around, as big a change around in fortunes I've seen for a long time when you sat as comfortable as we were and as well as we were playing. It's sort of 3 mistakes in one. He loses the first one, tries to grasp it, loses it again, and he got so desperate he went lunging to try and get himself out of trouble and ends up giving the penalty away. And I think that you were at that stage wouldn't have expected us to be doing anything other than going on and win based on our form away from home this year. That makes it even more difficult to take. But unfortunately that's the case today when we needed that superb resilient defensive unit which we've had all the way, all Premier League season and in the Capital One Cup, because we've beat Burnley 2-0. We arrive here having only conceded 1 goal off a penalty at Hull City that shouldn't have been a penalty, and now we've lost the game 3-1. So it really stunned me that and where it come from and how it came about, but it has. And it's a great shame based on the platform we gave ourselves to win this game today. I expected us, when we got that goal, to win it on the way we were playing. And in the end, we can't blame anybody ourselves because we've gifted Norwich the opportunity to lift themselves, lift the crowd, and in the end they've won it. But it's all our fault, really, sadly, today. So we have to just take it on the chin and come fighting back when we start again in a couple of weeks' time.